Hi, this is Jen on the Canvas at Cornell team. I am going to walk you through how to get started quickly in moving your Blackboard course into Canvas. So please follow along as I take you through this tutorial. The following is a process for transferring your course from Blackboard to Canvas. There are two possible parts to this process, a content area transfer and a file transfer. For most users, the content area transfer is all that you will need to do to transfer a course. After completing the content transfer, we recommend that you check all the content that moved into Canvas to see if it ended up in Canvas as desired. We especially recommend that you check on the file attachments, links, and any quizzes or assessments. If, after auditing the transferred course in Canvas, there are missing files, please follow the file transfer process directions that will be at the end of this video. Before doing any transfer, it is recommended that you understand the differences between Canvas and Blackboard and how that will affect the display and function of your content. Information about basic differences between Blackboard and Canvas can be found at https://tinyurl.com/bb2 canvas-cornell. So let's get started. In order to get the content areas out of Blackboard, we want to go into our Blackboard course first. So when you logged into Blackboard, you would then enter into the course that you would like to export. So now that I am in here, the next thing that I will do is I will go to the bottom in the course management section and click on Packages and Utilities. Once I've done that, another menu will pop up, and I will then click Export Archive Course. Once I've exported a course, it will show up in a list here. You may not see anything listed on yours once you click on that, which just means that you've not run an export package before. So what we'll do now is click on Export Package, and there are a couple changes that need to be made on this page. So in this first set of buttons, you are going to leave the second one selected, copy links and include copies of the files in the course default directory. However, in the second group of buttons, we are going to switch from the top button to the bottom button to include copy links and include copies of the files outside of the course default directory. Then you'll need to scroll down to select your course materials. Now you can choose to select all, and anything that you don't have will not come over into Canvas. However, if you choose to only select certain areas to bring into Canvas, you can go through and deselect items within this list. There is a word of caution, however. If you are looking to bring over your assignments, you would also need to make sure that you're bringing over your grade center columns and settings. There are some things that need to go over into Canvas together. So I've selected all of my material for ease purposes, and now I'm going to click Submit. What that will do is it will run an export, and it will show up on this list as soon as it was finished. I'm going to pay close attention to the date and the time so that I know exactly which file is the correct file. So I can continuously click refresh until it shows up. And there it is. You'll notice here's my file, my export that was at 1:18:19 at 3:24 p.m. So once you see your link to the export, you're going to click on the chevron arrow and then click Open. This will start a download to your computer. It will start with Export File. That is the zip file that we need to be able to bring into Canvas. Please do not open or unzip this file. So now that is completed, we're going to go into our course in Canvas. So here's my course in Canvas that I want to move things into. It's empty. The next thing I need to do is scroll down to the bottom and click on the Settings link. From here, I'm going to go to the right-hand side of the screen and import course content. Here I need to choose the type of content I'm bringing in. So because we just exported the student-facing content areas from Blackboard, what we are going to be bringing in is Blackboard 6789 export.zip file. So once I've selected Blackboard 6789 export.zip file, I can now choose that file from my computer. And click Open. If you have a lot of quizzes and tests that you created within the quiz and survey tool in Blackboard, you may want to create a new question bank, but you don't have to. I'm going to leave it as alone for now. The next thing I need to do is click on Select All Content, and then Adjust Events and Due Dates. That will make us choose something else. We then need to choose Remove Dates because we've noticed that the shifting dates feature does not work very well. So once we click on Remove Dates, we can now click Import. And the file that we just brought out of Blackboard is now on its way up into our Canvas course. You'll notice the status here is running, so it's running the import at this point. There will be a couple of other statuses that may pop up. You may see the word queued, which means it's preparing to run, and then you may see completed. As soon as it's completed, you will see that it will turn a green color and say completed, and any issues on the import that happened will show up. It's running. Now, depending on the size of your course, this could be quite a while. This is a fairly smaller course and not as many items. So if you have lots of media files or a lot of PowerPoints, this may take a couple minutes. Once that is completed, you will see that it's completed. If it's completed with no issues, it will be a green completed button. If there are some issues, they will be listed by clicking here. So if you have these kinds of errors, this means that there are correct answers in your quizzes that may not have had an answer. So you would just simply click onto there and you could edit the question and choose the correct answer and then update the question right from there. So I'm going to go back one screen. If there are links that are missing, you would go and you could be able to relink those. Okay? So now, to find the information that you just brought over from Blackboard, you would go into your modules section. And here is all of the student-facing content that I brought over from Blackboard. I can expand all modules to see the information within each of the module. If you notice that something is missing, you may want to go and do the next part of this process, which is the file transfer process. So let's begin that process now. To do that, you would go back into your Blackboard course, scroll down under Course Management again, and click on Content Collection in the menu. You would then choose the first link under Content Collection. It would reflect the name of your course. So once I do that, I then will scroll to the bottom of this screen and click Show All. That will give us a whole list of all of the files that we have in Blackboard. The next thing you'll need to do is click on the box next to File Type in the upper left-hand corner. And then you will need to deselect any of these types of files that look like a yellow folder. Make sure everything else is selected. That's great. As soon as I've selected everything, you can click Download Package at the bottom or at the top, and it will start another export to the computer. Then we would go back into our Canvas course and back to our Settings menu, And once in settings, we're going to take a very similar process to bring in our files. You would go over to import course content. This time, however, we are not going to choose a Blackboard 6789. We are going to choose an unzip.zip file into folder because we are simply bringing in files. I will then choose a file, and it will be example course, BB training course, and open. Select the folder that it will go into, which is course files, and then click import. Same thing will happen. You will get a running list of where you are in the process. And right now you'll notice we're doing a file import, and it was completed without any issues. To find that information that we've just brought in, you would go into Files in the left-hand menu, and you'll see a list of all of your files here. If you have any further questions about how to import your information from Blackboard into Canvas, please contact us at canvas@cornell.edu. Thank you for watching this tutorial.